What's up everybody, this is SaidBro54 and I've got a deck update for the Unified Minds Garchomp here, this card. I would have really liked to show you guys some Sword and Shield decks, some of the new stuff like Lapras with Ice Moth, or maybe even Sableye and what have you, but since I couldn't get the necessary cards again, I've been toying around with some of the other strategies you guys might know. So Garchomp here from Unified Minds. It's a nice little stage 2 Pokemon. I really like this guy, to be honest. I really like this sort of deck. It's got a lot of nice quirks that make me like it. You can make some interesting tricks with it. And stage 2, regular Pokemon, 150 HP. The good thing about this dude, of course, it's the free retreat and the attack and ability. With Overslice, you do 80 for 2, and if you discard an energy, you can do 120 for 2. So it's pretty decent, nothing really great, but it gets really good when you can activate the Avenging Aura ability. All of a sudden, then you can do 200 damage. If you discard an energy, or if you're down in prizes, you're losing in prizes. 160, discard, that's 200. Really good. Since this is a fighting Pokemon, you can take advantage of the Diancie and boost the damage further. And we got some other cards like this Martial Arts Dojo that can boost the damage even further. So he can be pretty good, get some big knockouts. And if the V Pokemon get really popular, which they're becoming really popular, then he's going to have an easier time to get those KOs. They're in that range where he can kill them in one shot, unlike the Tag Team GX Pokemon. So just like before, the partner I'm going to be using with this Garchomp is this Zygarde. A bunch of these together means some good solid damage in the beginning with Boost Fang. Also, you get an energy from the discard pile and you put it into the Gibble, the Garchomp here. And you really don't lose an energy. You're applying damage while keeping energy in play, so it's a pretty good little combo. And this guy is a fighting Pokemon too, of course, so it gets the benefit of Diancie, the benefit of his ability, a bunch of Zygardes, and it's a good little support Pokemon while doing high damage and setting up for the finishing touch with Garchomp. Now, I guess I forgot to mention, but the line for Garchomp is important because we do have a bunch of options. I go with this Gibble right here from Ultra Prism. Not only is it a dragon type, meaning we can use Mysterious Treasure to search it. If it has a fighting energy on, has free retreat, which is really nice. I kind of like these combinations. This is why I kind of like this deck, is because you can use this dragon Gibble, you can use this fighting Garchomp, and you have a bunch of different types in the deck for a stage line. The Gabite, also this Ultra Prism 1. Because it's Dragon, you can use Treasure to get it into the hand. You can use Ascension too. You have a bunch of other options, but this guy, I think it's the best option. To be honest, maybe I should have checked again, see if there's any other ones that could make for a good replacement. But this has the Ascension. There's a fighting one too that does the same. Yep. Diancie already touched upon this. It gives us boost to our fighting Pokemon, extra damage. And then for the last Pokemon, there's Mew, just for the bench barrier. And you can always use Psi Power in a pinch. Now, since this is an anti-meta kind of deck, where your main attacker is Stage 2 regular Pokemon, I tend to avoid using things like Diancie, oh not Diancie, the Dedenne GX in this deck, because it's a GX. But obviously, if you want to go and use it, it boosts the consistency. The way I have it here, it's pretty budget too, actually. So if you want to make like a budget non-GX, non-V deck, I guess this could be a decent option. But there's no Dedenne GX, there's no Oricorio GX even. I guess you can try and use like a Delcatty engine or something. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea now that I think about it. The Cinccino line, not Delcatty. But I kind of like this guy's damage, and he's a basic too. So, right. Now, the reason why I started toying with this deck again is because it does benefit from a lot of these Sword and Shield cards. Now that we have the Quick Ball, 3 Quick Balls here, this becomes another good discarding outlet to discard those fighting energies and make this guy really good. We can take advantage of him. We can get the most advantage out of him. If you're discarding energies, attach, and while you're doing damage, you're grabbing energies too. And we can also search him now with Quick Ball. It's pretty good. Still run the Mysterious Treasure because, I mean, I guess you can still search the Gabite. You can search the Gibble in the Gabite, what I meant to say. You can search Mew too. I mean, the main Pokemon you're going to be getting, it's still the Gibble, so that's why I do 3 and 3. But I guess you can max out the Quick Ball if you want. Maybe. I don't know, I just have it 3 for 3 now. The Evolution and Sense, this is pretty good because it can help us search out the Garchomp instantly. Since this guy's a fighting Pokemon, you can't use Treasure to search him out, but with the Incense we can. I've got the Energy Spinners. I wish we had the letter, it would have been better, but you use this, you grab energies, you discard them, set up the discard pile, do all those sorts of old combos by now. And that's the plan pretty much. Straightforward ass deck. Obviously you gotta have the candies to get your stage 2 Pokemon out. I have some other consistency options like the Poke Gear, help us get supporters into the hand. I've got double switch here. Switch is basically only here for Diancie. Like if they try and get Diancie stuck, that's basically it. This guy has only 1 retreat. Garchomp has free retreat. Gibble will have free retreat if you have a fighting energy on. So maybe you can say it's a little bit of overkill, but I always like to have like some switches around. So if you want to drop like maybe 1 switch and add something else, it's up to you. There's definitely room to improve the consistency in this deck if you want to drop a lot of the text that I like to use. Okay, another new card that's really good, Ordinary Rod from Sword and Shield. It's great. I can use this and recycle either Gibbles or Garchomps, unlike the Lure Ball. So it's excellent. So one of this. And then the rest of the stuff is pretty typical. The stadiums. Before, I used to have like a maximum amount of Shrine of Punishment, but now a lot of V Pokemon are popular. So I'm just going with 2 for this. It could still be useful and just go for Martial Arts Dojo. This consistently gives us that 10 extra damage for fighting Pokemon, and if we're losing, it gives you 40, and makes this guy a very strong revenge killer. You can KO so many things. It's crazy. If you're losing, you know, you use this guy's ability, you get the benefit of Diancie, you get the benefit of Martial Arts Dojo. He can KO some crazy stuff. Now, Shrine, it can still hit Arceus, which is popular, and other GXs. But, I mean, I guess if you want to drop 1 and just run 3 stadiums and maybe put something else, maybe 4 stadiums is pushing it, but this is how I have it for now. And then the only tool is this counter gain. Once again, if you have more prizes than your opponent, you're losing pretty much in prizes. Want a colorless less, this makes Garchomp be able to attack for 1 energy, which can't be handy sometimes. So just this. I know there's the new sort of weak ass muscle band that just gives 10, but I don't really have any space to put that in. If you want to squeeze in some copies, you could increase your damage further. And that's basically like the trainers and stuff. Supporters, I gotta have the Cynthia's, gotta have the 1 Erica's Hospitality, nice card. 1 of Professor's Research, discard. And I got the Roller Skater 2, 2 of this. Discard energies, which is what you want, and straight draw 4. Got 1 of the Volkner, Scalagai, and 1 to hit Eliza. This is a draw card and a switching card. I mean, to be honest, I only have 1 of this. It's kind of crazy. I opened so many packs. I only got 1 Magnolia, and it's this Rainbow Rare too. No other like regular uncommons or whatever the rarity is, just this 1. This is the kind of deck that if I had more of these, I would definitely run more. And maybe drop like Eliza, maybe drop one roller skater. Because this is also a discard outlet, but it gives you that extreme draw this deck needs. So if you have more copies of these, maybe 2 to 3 is better. And then the last supporters, Mardney, just one of this. It's kind of like a different type of N, but I don't want to run more than one because your opponent needs to have cards in your hand. Usually they will, but if they don't, then you can't play it. So that kind of sucks sometimes. So yeah, just one copy, one for me. And Lily, Lily, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I think I've said this before. She is kind of weaker now with the new rules because if your opponent forces you to go first, like let's say they win the coin flip, they go first, you get this, you can't use it, then you kind of lost the plus. So it's a bit sad. The good news is that even without the plus, drawing until you have 6 is a decent little supporter if you're low in hand. So just one, but I wouldn't run more than this. More than one. Okay. And then 11 fighting energies. That's about it. It's more than enough for Garchomp to attack. You discard them, you get them back with Zygarde here. Okay. So I guess another thing that's important to mention is that many other decks, it doesn't matter for them if they play first or second with the new rule changes of now. But this is the deck. This is a deck that you want to play second. Like I always try to play second with this deck if I can, because I mean, yeah, you're gonna evolve into the Garchomp slower, but you can take advantage of this Zygarde very well. Go in second. If you get a bunch of these with the quick balls, and you can do damage, grab an energy. You know, it's good, and you can play supporters too. So, this is the kind of deck I go second with, to be honest. Now, if you go first, I mean, obviously, maybe you'll get the Garchomp back quicker, but you do want to kind of get a few attacks in with Zygarde. At least, that's the way I play with this deck. And that's basically it. I mean, like I've said, there's room for more consistency if you want to drop some stuff like drop a shrine, drop a switch, add more supporters, add more stuff. You know, there's room for more consistency. I'm not gonna lie, this deck can brick, but you know, I want to have it be without the DNA GXs and stuff. I want to include my techs, and I want it to be kind of budget too. I guess show you guys a budget deck. But it can be pretty cool. As always, I'm going to show you guys some matches, and I hope you enjoy them. So I think that's all I had to say. I don't remember any other details I think I need to share about this deck. This is a deck update too. I have the original build in an older video. But yeah, decent little fighting deck. So hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, share this video with your friends, and as always, I'll see you on the matches. Saber 4, we say.